Yeah, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy T.Major, man, your girl's favorite producer, and I'm in the house with DM Kool at Kool Radio, just chilling out, kicking it, cause we family. Already know what it is, boy.
Man, DM Kool, and welcome back to Kool Radio. Now, as promised, we have our special guest for the evening. This man is no stranger to Kool Radio, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute since he's been here, but he's finally back on track. He's promoting a new album, pure instrumentals. He wants y'all to relax your ears as you listen to that album. And also, he has had some projects with a few of Toronto's finest as well. We will be talking about that and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, it just got major in a major way. I don't know how that's even possible, but we'll ask this man who's in the building with us right now. My man T.Major, Toronto producer in the building.
What up, what up?
How you doing?
Yeah, what's good?
Yo, everything's good over here at Kool Radio, man. How you been? It's been 2 years since you last been here, man. What you been up to since that?
Just been working, man. Putting in work, making those beats, making those tracks, man. You know what I mean? I got the new album out now, the listening session, instrumental, 9 banging instrumentals. You know what I mean? Available on iTunes, Amazon, and all that. So that's where it's at right now. I just been working hard. You know what I mean? Working hard, still banging the beats.
Absolutely, man. That's some motivation right there. Yeah. Now, you did a project with G Wonder, Toronto MC veteran. Shouts to G Wonder. I had him on the show years ago. Gotta get him back on. But nonetheless, y'all did a project together, basically. And how did that come about? Like, how did you guys first connect to do that?
First connect, like from back in the day, because me and G been going for like 4 or 5, like 5 years now.
Okay.
Almost 6, right? So we connected from back in the day through my cousin. My cousin was telling me about G. And apparently he was telling G about me. So when we met up, like when we seen each other just by coincidence, he's like T, where's the beats? I'm like, oh, you know about this? Because no one knew about me, right? So you know about this? So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Gave him 3 beats and he wrote the 3 of them, and it was history from there. We just did a project called Original Heads at that time, 2010. Yeah. That went really well. So this time around, it's been a few years since we dropped that. So we said we need to drop something else for the people, you know? Yeah. So we dropped The Way We Live. That's what we have now. That's also on iTunes right now too. So that's available on iTunes. Yeah. So,
and what's the chemistry like between you and G? Like when you guys were in the studio?
Oh, me and G, it's just like it's transparent. Basically, you know what I mean? Like. It's like a point guard and a forward, like just give and go. You know
like John Stockton, Karl Malone.
John Stockton, Karl Malone. You don't have to look where he's at or what he's doing. You know what he's doing. You know what I mean? So you just passing the rock. Exactly. And then the rock for me is the beats. You know, just passing the beats. Yeah. And he just slam dunks it. You know,
just toss up the alley-oop basically.
Toss up the alley-oop and he just slams it in. Yeah, real talk.
That's what's up, man. Now, for producers in particular, like I noticed that the sound is always changing basically within hip hop, and some producers they feel like they have to like kind of like chase the trend of what's happening right now versus what they normally do. And what I noticed right now for this generation, trap is like the new sound in hip hop. It's like the new predominant sound. Now, as a producer, do you feel the pressure to kind of like be immersed within the trend, or do you still feel comfortable that you can still do what you do and still get your praise for your just due?
Yeah. Pressure, I wouldn't say it's pressure, but there are certain artists that just want the trap. So for me, I do make them, you know, but at the end of the day, I still keep what I'm doing predominant in the sound, you know what I mean? I'll add a few elements of what's going on now, but I won't really chase that sound of what's going on. Yeah. I'll add the elements into what I'm doing, right? To compensate for the artist or whatnot. So that's how I go about it. I don't really hear certain beats and then chase that sound and try to make a beat like that. Yeah. I'll listen to what they're using and probably add a few elements into what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I'll do like a fusion. Yeah. Kind of thing. So yeah.
Absolutely. Kind of bringing like the best of both worlds together.
Best of both. Exactly. I love doing that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Now I noticed like a lot of the great producers. Like you have guys like Just Blaze, you have Pharrell, you have Timbaland, all these guys, Dr. Dre even, or especially I should say that even though there is a current sound right now, they don't really chase it, they just kind of stick to their own sound because they kind of basically stick to what got them to the dance in the first place. Do you feel that's what kind of separates the good producers from the great ones?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you can stick to your sound, you know what I mean, and still persevere through what's going on and people are still vibing with you and you know what I mean? That makes you a great producer because people want to hear what you have to offer, not exactly what's going on. So even through that, people still want to listen to you. That separates a great producer from just a good one, right? A good one could just copy everything what's going on and still be in trend. That's fine.
Yeah.
But a great one will still do what he does, and everyone's still gravitating to that, even though there's still a new, different sound out. So yeah.
Exactly. Like I even noticed that, especially with Dr. Dre last year when he put out the Compton album. First album in like what it was like I think 16 years or something ridiculous like that.
Like that, yeah. Since what, Chronic, I think.
So yeah, since Chronic 2001, yeah. So that was like 1999. So yeah, 16 years actually.
Yeah, word.
And basically, he kind of like you got a sense that he was able to integrate like new sounds with old sounds and what have you, but you can still tell that there was a Dre feel.
Dre feel to it. Exactly.
Yeah, like he didn't try and jump on the trap or the hyphy or whatever new sound is kind of kicking in today. So that's one thing that I can actually appreciate about Dre. And not even only that, but it almost came across as he was overlooking everything from like an engineering perspective as well, because not all the credits had his name under it, right? So I kind of feel it kind of goes back to your point, like you blend the old sounds and the new sounds, and you try to kind of commemorate the old school with the new school and trying to blend something together to create something even more refreshing.
Yeah, definitely. That's how you keep your brand going. Like you know, like Dr. Dre, you know it's a Dre production, even though the sounds are a little bit different. There's something in there, the swing of the beat or something that you know it's Dre, right? And that's key. I think that's key for any producer to have. You know what I mean? Yeah, just keep that element that you have and add into what's going on, but keep you, be you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what people like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you have someone like Kanye West, for example, for like the last couple of years, I gotta say it's been a little hit or miss. Like sometimes he'll do a sound, but then sometimes he'll experiment and, you know, kind of almost as if he's trying to chase what's happening right now and trying to make it into his own, basically. So like, do you kind of feel like he's kind of hitting a rough patch, or do you feel like it's him just genuinely experimenting to see what's new?
I feel like he's genuinely just trying to be really creative. That's the kind of person that I see Kanye to be. Like, he's really creative, so he'll try some stuff, and sometimes trying stuff means only in the studio, but for Kanye, he tries stuff to the world, you know what I mean? And back in the day, like, he tried 808 and Heartbreaks, right? And everyone was like, yo, that's whack or whatever, whatnot. But look now, everyone's doing that singing. Look at Travis Scott, he's like a full 808 and Heartbreak artist, you know what I mean? And that's what's going on now. Him and Kid Cudi created that, and you know what I mean? Now that's what's the swing. So him trying stuff, and or I don't think he's chasing sounds, he's just trying to be creative, you know what I mean? And that's what you need, more creativity.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
It's funny you brought 808's Heartbreaks, because first and foremost, like, when that album came out, I loved it actually. I had no problem with it.
Me too.
I had no problem with it whatsoever. It's very different, very unique. I loved it. Secondly, I almost feel, and this is a conversation I had with one of my friends the other day, I felt like, in a weird way, I think it was T-Pain who kind of started the 808s and Heartbreaks trend before it was Kanye, because T-Pain was the one singing and he was doing over like bass heavy records, and then Kanye comes out with that and it's almost like
Kanye slowed it down.
He did just a little bit.
But it was the same thing.
Exactly.
Definitely. I think he got the idea from T-Pain, right?
Yeah, I think he just kind of like reconstructed the blueprint in a sense, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then before you knew it, everyone was kind of doing the exact same thing.
Doing the same thing. Yeah, it became easier. I think it became easier in that sense for people to become artists, right? Because it's a lot of melody driven, not really metaphors.
Yeah, the lyrical content was dumbed down. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And not taking anything away from anybody at all. You know what I mean? That's what music is now. So. Yeah, bless. Yeah, Kanye was. Yeah, he was there. But T-Pain, like you said, T-Pain.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to just do it from
he does.
Yeah.
He kind of got shot down from Jay-Z.
He did, man.
And the whole thing was like, I don't even think like he wasn't the only one doing it.
He wasn't.
But he took it upon himself to be like, he's talking about me, you know? And it kind of, what I seen, it kind of got him down. Like he wasn't the same after that, right?
No. It slowed his momentum, because you know we all know when it comes to Jay is like the trend starter. Like when he came out with Changed Clothes, everyone went from the throwbacks to the button-ups.
Right?
You know, DOA, Death of Auto-Tune, you know, like it didn't stop immediately, but it was a trickle-down effect. Basically, like the countdown began. Basically. So Jay is like the standard bearer, you know, and even if there is a current trend that's happening right now, he'll go one up. Like everyone rocks snapbacks. He'll rock a snapback with like a leather strap on it or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, speaking of Jay-Z, actually, J. Cole is one guy I want to ask you about in particular. So he's like your latest rapper / producer combination, basically.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, including myself, have been very critical about his beat selection, basically.
Me too.
It's been, please, go in about it. Like, do you think he needs to kind of scale away from the beats and let other people, like, outsource for him? Like, get a Just Blaze on, or just let other people in general just produce for him?
He shouldn't let other people in general produce for him, because he has a few ones that I like.
He has a few.
But he should be open to more producers, definitely.
I agree.
Definitely. His lyrical content though, and like, you know, his whole vibe is there. Everything is there. But just certain beats, you know what I mean? He needs to try to find another producer to
exactly. Because the worst thing is if you have great content, but no one can get through it because of how mundane the beat sounds, right?
Yeah.
Like someone like Nas has gone through that criticism for the longest time, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are even kind of joking that he's the new Nas in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he needs to he doesn't need to get like the home run producers like a Just Blaze all the time, right? But it wouldn't hurt to outsource with those guys here and there, or some people who know his sound but can improve upon it by like an extra loop or an extra string or anything, basically, you know.
There's a lot of new guys out there making beats that, you know what I mean, people don't even know about and are dope. So he should even keep his ear out for those guys too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, if he doesn't want to mess with the industry guys who everybody knows. But definitely I think he needs to, you know what I mean, get a few more producers, because he does have some good hits.
He does,
that he's made, and but he could use some more.
He does, and sometimes I feel like he kind of uses like the same skeleton, like the same drum loops and the same arrangements. And it's just like different soundscapes, you know, that kind of differentiates between the two. So I almost feel like I'm watching like a rerun, basically. I'm like, come on, Cole, you can do better than that.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like with Cole though, man, like he's just, if he just does that more consistently, then he'll be up there. I find
definitely.
He'll be more highly regarded in that regard. But nonetheless, we're gonna get to all that and a whole bunch of other stuff. But we gotta play some games, man. Like we always love playing games around here.
I remember last time I forgot what game we did. We did play.
I'm gonna remind you.
We did play a game. Yeah.
We did. We played 2 games, I believe. First game I got for you, this one's completely new. You don't know about this one, man. So I'm gonna hit you up right now with this one. NBA All-Star Weekend, Kool on Kool.
Yo, very cool, mad cool.
What are you looking forward to the most that weekend?
I'm doing, me and G Wonder are doing shows with DT the artist and his whole OTG camp. They're putting us on. So on February 11th we'll be at the Smiling Buddha.
Okay.
I'll be DJing the whole night, and I'll be DJing for G Wonder, who will also be performing, as well as more artists, Keon Willis, and like I said, DT the artist, Price the Boss, and many more. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, and the Shack.
Oh, the comedy.
Yeah,
Okay.
One of my homeboys said he has some tickets, so hopefully I can get my tickets and get my Shack Comedy, Def Comedy on.
That's what's up, man. I can't wait for that. I'm glad you brought that up, because Chris Rock hosting the Oscars. Kool or Uncool?
Cool. Cool.
I feel like you had some doubt in there. Yeah,
because Chris Rock is not really my dude, but it's cool that he gets that opportunity.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, how about this? Kobe retiring this year. Kool or Uncool?
Kobe's my dude. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard, but you know what I mean? It's cool because I don't want him to retire with a bad rep. You know what I mean? Retire with a good rep. You know what I mean? And all the best to him. Kobe's my dude. That's my guy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Everyone knows that. Like, Kobe's my guy.
I feel like Kobe's on a lot of people's guys, man. Like he's not my favorite, but like I respect him.
Also, not a lot of people's favorite either.
Exactly.
So yeah, he's the most liked and the most hated at the same time at that time, right?
I respect him for what he's done, basically, but like as a leader, I don't know, I'm kind of questionable about him in regards to that.
Yeah.
But we'll keep it moving though. Netflix and chill, Kool or Uncool?
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Netflix and chill is cool.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not doing Netflix and chill. I mean, I got a girl and all that.
Of course.
We are Netflix and chill.
Of course.
It's cool though.
Do y'all have a go-to movie for the Netflix and chill?
No.
Really, just anything?
Just anything.
Okay, that's what's up. Let's see here. The price of food at movie theaters, Kool or Uncool?
No, uncool, man. No, man. That's uncool, man. That's wrong, bro. That is wrong for some popcorn.
Yeah, I know, right?
Huh?
That's dinner right there.
Like $15. That's
dinner.
$12, like what?
You gotta rack up those scene points. That's what you gotta do.
Like, you want butter on that? I gotta think about how much butter in the Chinese for butter. So yeah, that's not cool, man.
God. Yo, like when it got too high, man, that's when I was like, you know what? I need a scene card. Like I can't be doing this anymore.
You're asking the question all the time, and I was ignoring that scene card question. Then after a while, I'm like, yo, what is the scene card? Because this is expensive, right? So,
it is, man. It definitely is. All right, final one, man. Norm Kelly tweeting about rappers, cool or uncool.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Somebody from the political world is into hip hop and paying attention to it, and you know what I mean, he's defending our guy Drake, you know what I mean, against Meek Mills, you know what I mean, and whatnot. So I find that cool, you know what I mean. Meek Mills thought that the mayor banned him, like that's he didn't even know. He's like, yo, the mayor kind of banned me. He thought that, you know what I mean. That's cool, very cool.
All right, fair enough. All right, now this game you're well familiar with, and we're about to revisit it one more time. Now, in this game, the flashbacks, the wheels are turning. Now we know you're a committed man. We understand that. However, in an alternate universe, you are the eligible bachelor. Alright, you're wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, jet flying, limousine riding, all that good stuff.
I can imagine that, definitely.
right?
See my man right here, my cameraman, he said, boom, boom.
You gotta give a shout to Ric Flair, right? Yeah. Wheeling, dealing, son of a gun, woo! But nonetheless, there comes a point in time in every man's life where you gotta quit the game, man. You gotta settle down and have the kids, you know, in the white home with the white picket fence, tire swing, apple pie cool on the windowsill.
On the windowsill, yeah, I mean.
The Spud McKenzie dog, you know, all that good stuff.
Lassie.
If you had to quit the game for one of these two ladies, who would you quit the game for?
Well, this is a cool game. I can do this because this is great.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You ain't cheating.
Yeah, all right.
Would you quit the game for Beyonce, or would you quit the game for Alicia Keys? Woo!
You know what? That's the first time I've seen those two head to head. It's always Beyonce or Rihanna.
Yeah.
Holy, that's a hard one. Yeah, right?
I'll do that.
Woo! You don't like it? Learn to love it.
There you go.
Beyonce or Alicia Keys, eh? I think I'll go with Alicia Keys.
You go with Alicia Keys?
Yeah, Alicia Keys.
That's a good choice, my dude.
Yeah, Alicia Keys.
That's like my all-time crush. Like, as soon as I heard Fallen, I was like, yo, who is this woman who is encapsulating my heart right now?
With the braids.
I'm like, yes!
She's so down to earth. She is.
She's multi-talented. She has a brain. Like, she's not one of these like Instagram chicks who just like post up their ass with her. She has substance.
She has substance.
You know what I mean? And like any woman with substance is a keeper. You know what I'm saying? Like long term.
Yeah.
Because like booty and titties and everything. I mean, like that's superficial, right? That you can only go so far with that, basically.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But like if you have like the braids to match, then you're good.
Yeah.
You're money.
Yeah. But she has both.
She has both, man. She's good. Sometimes I secretly hate Swiss beef, but it is what it is.
Yeah, right?
But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen,
Swiss Beats quit his game for that.
He did.
You know what I mean?
It's a serious thing. I don't blame him.
His wife or whatever, he had a wife.
Yeah, Mashonda, right?
Yeah. I said, yo, I'm going to Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I can't even say anything about that, you know.
But you know what the joke is, though? Alicia Keys got more flack for that than Swizzy did.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know what I mean?
Because of her image.
Yeah.
Of what people are saying, like the wholesome and the
exactly.
Do that, but.
And you know what? It's a double standard in society, right? Like, if it's a man that's doing something, we kind of brush it aside, he's just being a man. But if it's a woman, it's like, oh, how dare you? Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
She's us. You will burn. Like, come on. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, call a spade for a spade. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we got my man T.Major in the building, and we're going to do a little bit of a throwback over here, if you will, because we're about to play one of his joints that he did with G Wonder. And this one right here, we have this one. This one is called Be Nice. Be Nice.
Actually, we got a video for this one right now on YouTube. Be Nice with our Set 2.
Yes, Set 2 is on this. Yeah, shout out to Set 2 actually.
Yeah, shout out to Set 2, Motive Music, you know what I mean?
But nonetheless, we're about to get to that right now. And when we get back, we have Trip Talk, so keep it locked. This is Kool Radio. That's where we hit you up with 3 topics to 3 minutes. And boy, oh boy, do we have a doozy of a segment for you guys. So, before we get to the main enchilada, I want to hit you up with this one story that I found very interesting. So, this has to do with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Now, Macklemore recently put out a song entitled...
Which one? Sorry, which Ryan Lewis?
Ryan Lewis, he's a producer for Macklemore.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Ryan Lewis. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. You were probably thinking of Ryan Leslie, I'm thinking, right?
No, when you said it, I was thinking of Ryan Leslie.
Yeah.
Which Lewis?
Yeah, exactly. But nonetheless, they put out a single entitled White Privilege 2, a sequel to the track that they did way back in 2005, actually. Now, basically, he's talking about a lot of the stuff that's happened within the last year or so, as far as police brutality, Black Lives Matter movement, and what have you. So, a lot of people are saying how, I think, not even a lot of people, I think he's kind of split in the middle with the black community. Basically, people saying how he's not being sincere with the Black Lives Matter movement and his acknowledgement of white privilege, basically. They're kind of saying now he's using that as a come-up. Now, he was on Sway in the Morning this past week discussing that. And he says the following, and I quote, "I think it depends on where you go. I think in our community, a lot of people would understand the concept of white privilege and would end there in terms of recognizing it and being silent, being comfortable in your privilege, which is what I think we've done in the past 2 years. So I think that song is an attempt to participate in the conversation in an authentic way and sort of face the white silence that we're comfortable in." And then he also made another statement saying we can be silent in regards to white people not accepting their white privilege. We can be silent. We can sit back behind the veil of white supremacy and still be comfortable. But that's never going to change anything. We have to step up. And then in regards to the song itself, the inspiration behind it, he said, "I think that song starts out with the non-indictment of Darren Wilson and feeling that frustrations and feeling that and feeling that." He continued on to say, "This is happening again and I can't believe it. I was driving my car and I was driving by the 9th Precinct in Seattle where they were starting to protest and I drove past. I drove to a meeting and I sat down in the meeting and I just felt like I needed to crawl in my skin and I was just not comfortable in his place. I parked my car and got into protest." That's where the song starts. So what's your take on this whole story with Macklemore right now?
Man, this is all new to me.
Yeah, no, this happened like recently, like 2 days ago actually.
What really happened?
So basically, he put out the song White Privilege 2. It's just a single.
White Privilege?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And basically, he's talking about a lot of things that have been happening over the last year or so as far as Black Lives Matter movement, a lot of the shootings that were done by police officers onto black citizens in America. And he's basically trying to be that one white person at the very least to say, hey, I acknowledge that there is white privilege all over the world, especially in America. I acknowledge my white privilege and I'm using my voice as a white person to stand alongside my fellow black people, basically. Yeah. So that's what he's saying. Now, there are people within the black community who are for him, for sure, but then there are some who are skeptical because they feel as if he may be using this as a way for himself to promote himself as an artist, to use it as a come-up. And they kind of go back to him using the gay rights issue way back in 2013 and how he had songs like Same Love that are talking about homosexuality in America.
I see the pattern of what people are
exactly. So people are very skeptical. Some people are.
So he's using political topics to catapult himself to another level. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I didn't know about it, so I'm just thinking of just going based off of what I think of him, and I don't per se think that he's doing that. You know what I mean? I think, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. He's trying to just say something at the end of the day. So what would happen if he didn't say anything? You know what I mean?
There you go.
And
there you go.
Acting like, you know what I mean, like nothing.
Can I just say?
Like nothing's happening.
Yeah, like nothing's happening, right? So what are you gonna say? He's saying something about it. You should
exactly.
Appreciate it. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? It's just like at the end of the day, it's like I always get sick of the criticism because like black people in America in particular, they always complain about how, you know, white people, like white rappers in particular, they're always talking about how, you know, they're profiting off of our style, off of our music, and they don't do anything to help our communities. But then flip side, you have someone who not only has a large platform, but he's using his platform to speak on these matters.
Yeah, exactly.
But then at the same time, it's like, oh, he's just trying to capitalize.
Yeah, so knocking him down.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you want? You don't want white rappers in your field. If you do, you want them to talk about this stuff. But then when they do, You have nothing to say about it except, oh, he's just trying to use it for our platform.
Yeah, people can't be doing that. You need to stop doing that, man.
Exactly. You can't pick and choose, you know? But hey, that ain't none of our in this type of situation.
I think she wants to say something about it too.
Can I just say, like,
or who came up with it first, basically? It's the fact that dialogue and conversation is being discussed and it's being exchanged. And I think that's the bigger picture that people have to look at. Like, you now have someone who's on the other side of the fence, so to speak, talking about it, and is now raising awareness. This is what you've been wanting for the longest time. So now it's time to take advantage of that and roll with the momentum, basically.
Straight, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I agree. Totally agree.
Again, you got to look at it at hindsight, right?
Yeah.
So can't just look at it from like a minuscule like a stethoscope in a sense, right?
Exactly.
But nonetheless, let's keep things moving. Guys, what do you think? Hit me up on Twitter at DM_Kool or Kool_radio. Let me know your thoughts. But nonetheless, we'll keep things moving and let's get a little more entertaining now, actually. So, if you're near your computer, your phone, your tablet, or any other mobile or computer-like device, and you're on social media, then you are aware of what happened between Kanye West and Wiz Khalifa on Twitter.
17 different points Kanye gave him.
Oh boy, oh boy. Was it 17? I thought it was 30.
Was there more?
I think there was more.
I was on Rap Radar and I saw 17.
I'm looking at some of them right now, actually. I'm not sure if this is all of them.
A few of them were.
But there's quite a few. Like, I'm going down the list right now.
A few of them were, I'm your OG.
Yeah. I see 17 over. I see 17 over here, but there could be more. Either way, nonetheless, if you weren't near any type of device whatsoever, then basically what happened was the fact that Kanye announced his album Swish will be released February 11th. Now, Wiz Khalifa did not take too kindly to Kanye West because later on Kanye mentioned that his album will be changed from Swish to Wave. And Wiz Khalifa feels like it's disrespect to fellow rapper Max B because he is credited as the one coming up with the whole entire Wave movement.
Okay.
Now, because of this, Kanye snapped out of nowhere, pulled a Meek Mill, and basically lost himself on Twitter, and his Twitter fingers were active. So I'm gonna give you a morsel of what he said. I'm not gonna say all of it because, like my man T said, there was like 17 points. But nonetheless, we'll get to a few of them. And I quote, oh, N-words must think I'm not petty because I'm the best that's ever made music. Like, oh, that's gay and I can put his wife's initials on my Twitter at Wiz Khalifa. Bro, first of all, you stole your whole ish from Cudi. Second, your first single was corny as F and most thereafter. And then Wiz responded by saying, KK is weed, fool. Reasons why you're not wavy. Go back to Switch. That was a nice line still. But no, that wasn't enough for Yeezy. So Yeezy goes on. I know you're mad every time you look at your child that this girl got you for 18 years. Fourth, you let a stripper trap you. Third, no one I know has ever listened to one of your albums all the way through. And then he also said something to the extent of, and I can't see it right now on my screen, but he said something to the, oh, right here. He said, you wouldn't have a child if it wasn't for me. Now,
I think not with her. Not with her.
You think she was the one that said that?
No, I think he wouldn't have a child. Kanye means not a child with her. Because he's saying he brought Amber Rose out, basically.
Okay, fair enough. Either way, he brought out an entire ish storm that just set the whole internet ablaze.
Yeah,
and we'll get to Amber later on.
Yeah.
But before we do, I gotta get your take on this, man. Like, what is happening with Kanye right now?
Kanye just expressing himself.
Oh boy.
He's always expressing himself.
So we're giving him the pass then? We're giving him the pass? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm giving him the pass. I'm giving him the pass.
Words.
I'm giving him the pass, bro.
No, I can't allow this, bro. We can't, no. No, I can't. I'm sorry, man. Like, we can't allow this jackass to continue. Why are you giving me the pass? I want to know your answer.
Yeah, he has valid points, man. He has valid points. Like, you know what I mean? Like the whole Cudi and him making up the certain, like the 808. But you touched on the T-Pain thing. But other than that, you know, the whole sound of singing and stuff. Because I mean, I'm a Wiz Khalifa fan too.
Yeah.
Not so much per se now, since Black and Yellow and everything after. There's only a few songs that I've liked, but I listened to him from before when he used to do like Displaying and all that stuff when he was at Rostrum Records only, right? They used to do all these videos, and I didn't see Will anymore. He used to always be with Will and all these guys. I don't see with these guys anymore, right? So I know what he's talking about when he's saying his style because he changed his style. Wiz did change his style. So that's why I'm just saying there's a few little points in there where he's checking them right, you know what I mean?
But see, you can say that about anyone else, though, because a lot of these rappers have a similar style. Like you can talk about that, with Dizzy Ray, with ASAP Rocky. I mean, if we're talking, I'm not sure what type of style he's referring to. If it's anything,
sing
is it a singer rap? Okay. But even then, like, there's so many people. Like, if you really want to talk about who really started it, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, we all know that, right?
True.
And then if you want to talk about who made it commercial, we're talking about Ja Rule. As funny as that sounds nowadays, it was really him.
True.
Then 50 and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
You know, some people make credit Drake for that because he's the one who kind of blew it up. So there's so many different directions that you can take it into. But I kind of feel like he used this as his way of venting out about, you know, him getting with Amber. And
on that flip side, that's why he has 17 points.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And that was the catalyst because notice when Wiz started dating Amber, Kanye for the most part was silent.
Very silent.
But speaking of Amber, that brings us to the next portion of our little dialogue, basically. So Amber caught wind of this, of course, you know, being the ex-wifey of Wiz Khalifa, and obviously she felt some sort of way because her child was mentioned in said chat. Amber said the following, and I'm gonna turn my speakers extra loud for this.
What she said?
Oh, you don't know what she said?
No.
Oh.
So you know what this, Lucy?
Oh. Let me wet your ears a little bit. And I quote, Kanye West, are you mad I'm not around to play in your asshole anymore? Hashtag fingers in the booty ass bitch.
Ooh.
Done.
What?
Done.
Are you serious?
Done.
Are you serious?
Mind blown. She went that far. I kid you not. I have it on my screen right now as we speak. She said that.
I gotta take off some stripes.
Dude.
I gotta take off some stripes off of that.
Social media went nuts. Yo, the amount of ET memes I saw the other day.
ET memes, oh my gosh. I need to go, when I get out of here, I'm gonna go on social media.
Yo, my head's hurting. That's how funny it was. Like, I had no idea. Like,
I missed that.
Dude, like, I got this one at like 11 o'clock and now on my way home.
Last night?
Yeah, last night. Because I'm thinking, like, what is everyone laughing about? I saw the tweet. I was like, no.
Oh gosh.
Guy.
I saw some tweet from some porn.
Oh, Lisa Ann? Was Lisa Ann? Yeah, I saw that today as well.
She has a bunch of emails from him and she's gonna arrange all these emails.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, she did say, all I said was I'm gonna arrange them. I just I'm gonna put them out.
Yeah. She alluded to the fact that he sent her like some penis pics and all that stuff as well.
Yeah.
But
I believe it. Kanye's like that, you know. Like,
I believe it. Like, this isn't surprising to me. It's funny.
It's funny,
but it's not surprising.
Yeah, because he's a freak like that. You know?
Oh yeah.
He's always been saying that. Like, he loves porno. He loves to go to the strip club.
He said it in a song so many times. Yeah, he had a song about having sex with a porn star, I think. What was it? My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The name of his album was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The album cover was like some stripper like straddling like a monster. It looked like, I don't know if you remember that, but it was very abstract.
I don't remember the cover, but yeah. I didn't really take in that album.
Now I'm not about to demonize it for sexual purposes. Neither will I. Exactly. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
But wow.
Yeah, right? Like, this is hilarious. Hilarious. Like, I did not see that coming even for a second.
Finger in the booty.
Yeah. But I guess that's the last time he'll be pointing his dirty fingers at other people who live in glass houses, right? Yeezy taught me.
She got the answers, man.
She got the answers.
She got the answers.
You ain't got the answers, Sway, but I do, says Amber Rose. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Throwback Thursday track of the day. Yo, you ready to get old school real quick?
Definitely.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Kool Radio Brooklyn, .9 FM.
Amazing time.
Stay tuned for the hottest news, hip hop, entertainment, and everything.
Every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Big shout out to DM Kool, good vibes.
Love it. Thanks.
Yes, y'all. Welcome back to the show. You're now tuned into the sounds of CFRE 91.9 FM and on the World Wide Web at CFREradio.com. It is your man DM Kool, and welcome back to Kool Radio. I still got my man T.Major in the building.
Yeah, you already know what it is, fam. Yeah.
And now it is time for that part of the show that you're all waiting for. I know we're kind of in the overtime edition of Kool Radio, but nonetheless, we got to get to it. First of all, shout out to the Raptors right now. They're playing against the New York Knicks. I hope they win this game because I'll be their 10th win in a row. And it'll be against the Knicks of all people because I swear to God, I don't hate the Knicks, I just hate Carmelo because I think he's
I don't like Melo either.
Thank you. But nonetheless, let's get to business. Who has entered the shallow walls of the Hall of Shame? Who has been crowned the captain of coonery? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for that favorite segment that you have been waiting for. It is time for the Wankster of the Week. So with that being said, let's drop that drop real quick, just like this. Wankster of the Week goes to none other than Atlanta rapper B.O.B. Now, this one hurts because I thought of B.O.B. as like one of the more innovative rappers in the game and one of the more free thinkers. But over the last few years, he's kind of gone more towards that ratchet side of rapping. He just wants to be known throughout the industry as one of those rappers who's down and all that stuff. But nonetheless, that's another topic for another day. He's getting the Wankster this week because of his idiotic remarks in regards to the structural shaping of the planet Earth, as he believes that the Earth is flat.
What?
Yes, I kid you not. He believes that the Earth, a massive land that has been here for billions of years, that we have gotten photographic evidence of its shaping, is flat. So he went on social media and went on this tirade and kept on trying to make claims that the Earth, in fact, is flat. And he posted a whole bunch of pictures and posted a whole bunch of tweets to try and prove his case. And these are just one of the tweets I'm going to give you, just so you guys have an idea of what he was saying. And I quote, "No matter how high in elevation you are, the horizon is always eye level. Sorry, cadets, I didn't want to believe it either." He goes on to say other tweets as well, such as this. And it's a picture of him standing on top of some sort of rocky terrain, it looks like. And he says the following: "The cities in the background are approximately 16 miles apart. Where is the curve? Please explain this." And then he also goes on to explain, or try to ask, he tries to ask how, if the Earth is always spinning in a circular motion, then how are we, he asked if the Earth is moving in a circular motion and we're moving at 120 miles per hour, then how are we staying in place? I don't know, gravity maybe?
What an idiot, yeah.
Look, listen, if this came from Future or any other retarded rapper, I would have understood 100% because they're stupid and they don't know no better. But this is B.O.B. This guy was supposed to be one of the leading faces in hip-hop as far as being a visionary, being creative, being eclectic and what have you. But now he's proven that he's the stereotypical country bumpkin who doesn't know right from wrong. I'm sorry, B.O.B. I used to defend you so many times. You were better off when you were making songs like Airplanes or Paramore and songs like I'll Be in the Sky, but now you just got some ratchet. And to think that you, of all people, this guy, he has a university degree.
Seriously.
He has a university degree, and he thinks the Earth is flat. If the Earth is flat, then Alicia Keys is my wife. I'm sorry, there's no explaining this. If the Earth is flat, then Donald Trump is president. If the Earth is flat, then Barack Obama is a Hispanic man who does Buddhism. If the Earth is flat, then Kobe Bryant is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Stop it. Stop it.
You see where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot make right from wrong. B.O.B., you were getting this Wankster. I almost gave it to Kanye. But he got edged out by B.O.B. in his stupidity. So on that note, do you deserve this Wankster, B.O.B.? Yes, you do.
Yeah, he does.
And he should change his name from B.O.B. to G.E.D. because he clearly never got one. So with that being said, I'm dropping on the Wankster on you just like this.
Sure, he's a
Major.
I don't know. He needs to review those GED notes because he said he has a degree.
He has a university. I can't believe
He
it.
needs to review his notes some more. He needs to. What did he take?
You know what? I can't remember. I cannot remember.
But he has
Not geography.
Yeah. Not geography, clearly.
Nah, like that's surprising though. For coming from him, especially.
Yeah.
Like you said, all those things. Like he's supposed to know better.
Right?
He's supposed to know better. So. Yeah, he deserves that. And I'm glad he didn't give it to Kanye because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. He was close. I literally went on social media today. Shout out to all my friends on Facebook, by the way. I literally had to go on Facebook and I asked people, I'm in a conundrum right now. Who should get the Wankster, B.O.B. or Kanye? And it was actually split down the middle.
Right.
A few people said Raven, of course, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Even though she didn't do nothing this week, but, she just gets it because, it's her.
It's her, yeah.
But, it was a split decision. I had to go to the B.O.B., man. But speaking of non-Wanksters, what do you have coming up in the future right now?
Me coming up in the future right now, we got the listening session video EP.
Uh-huh.
We just dropped that this week.
Uh-huh.
So that's out on YouTube right now.
Yep.
I got a project coming out with Frankie Payne.
Uh-huh.
I'm working on that. I'm working on something with Set 2.
Uh-huh.
And sooner than that, me and my business partner, because I'm on Motive Music, but my company is called Ether Music. And I have a business partner called Hype. And he's the artist on in the company, and I'm the producer. So we're doing an EP coming out too. So that's gonna be coming first and foremost, and then Frankie Payne, and then Set 2, because Set 2's coming out with his project. So yeah, working. I got those, but go check out that video EP, the first time ever done by a producer. You know what I mean? So go check that out. It's on YouTube. T.Major listening session video EP, directed by RISTOPHER, my boy in the cut right now. Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Major, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me, man.
You are more than welcome to come through anytime. You already know we fam. You already know how that goes.
Definitely,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, you know where to find us. You can hit me up on DM_Kool or Kool_radio on Twitter. Follow us and subscribe to us on SoundCloud, Kool_radio, where you can catch full podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube, please. Kool_radio. We are at 80 subscribers right now. I'm trying to get that to 100, and after 100, trying to move to 500, and so on and so forth. So let's keep the movement going. Coming up next week on next week's show, we have my man, Mr. Stay Out Late, Tremaine, in the building. He'll be talking about his latest projects and all that good stuff. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen, so you already know how that goes. Kool Radio is a division of Kool Click Media, and we remind you each and every day that we are out here creating our own legacies. Keep it gravy and wavy, we are out of here. Peace.
Peace.